Hey everybody, is touching your toes something that you struggle with? In this video, I'm going to show you how to improve that, how to touch your toes in ways that'll take you 1 minute or less. We're going to go through it together because I struggle with that too. My name's Rob Drenning. I'm a physical therapist. Thank you for checking out this channel. If you find any of this information helpful, if it's useful to you, please like, please subscribe. I really appreciate you. So touching your toes, why is it so hard for almost all of us? I see people in the clinic all the time who are extremely flexible in so many other areas, yet they still struggle touching their toes. And I'm no different. I struggle with that too. So what limits our ability to bend forward and touch our toes? One is tight hamstrings, right? That's what everybody thinks about. The muscles in the back of your thighs get tight and prevent your ability to bend forward. That's where we feel that stretch. And that's true. That's one thing that will limit your ability to touch your toes. But there's another thing, and an even more important thing, and that's your nerves. When you bend forward to touch your toes like this, that puts the maximum amount of tension possible through your nervous system. Okay? That's why for some people it's so uncomfortable, because that's your nerves screaming. They're saying, no, I don't like that. Don't bend forward. It's not just the hamstrings that limit that. Okay? And that is why just regular stretching is not helpful, because nerves, they don't like to be stretched. So if you just start stretching your hamstrings statically, hold it for 30 seconds, that's going to help the hamstring piece, but that is not going to help your nerves learn to be tensed like that and to move better. What our nerves do is they're sliding back and forth around our muscles when we move during our day-to-day life. So what we need to do is do movements and exercises that actively use our muscles and replicate that same motion that our nerves take on during our day-to-day movements. When we do that, the nerves actually improve their ability to tolerate that tension and will allow you to start bending farther. Okay? When we do more active mobility types of exercises, it replicates how our muscles work in our day-to-day lives, and we get better carryover in between stretching sessions. So it's really just a better way to move, and especially for bending forward to touch your toes. So I'm going to show you what I mean right now. I'll do a more in-depth video on the difference between active mobility, passive stretching. But for now, just know that your nerves limit your forward bend, and your nerves like active mobility. So I'm going to show you my toe touch. It's not great, okay, but don't judge. It's just the best I can do. When I bend forward, I get to about there, and I stop. I can't go any further than that. So I'm about mid shin right there. I feel it, back of my leg, back of my calf, okay? So that's what you want to do first. Before you do this, do that to check. See how your motion is, because we want to retest it at the end and see if this is helpful for you. So what we're going to do is you're going to bend down and grab your toes. And then the next thing you're do is you're just going to stand up and push your butt up towards the ceiling. And you're going to push as hard as you can in and out of that position. And we're going to do this 20 times. That's 4. I'm a terrible counter, but I'm going to do my best here. You'll feel your thighs working here because it's not an easy thing to do. But what it's going to do is it's put tension in and out of our nervous system using muscles that we use during our day-to-day movements. Your quads, your thighs in particular. See, I already lost count. That's probably close to 10 or 12. I'm going to do a few more of these. Your goal is to stand up, push your butt to the ceiling, let your back round out. If you have back pain, sciatica, you want to be careful. Don't do anything if it hurts. This is just to improve your forward bend mobility. Okay, I feel that tension every time and I push up into it. Now what we're going to do is, for the second exercise, be careful standing up, let the blood go where it needs to go. We're going to go back down to the floor, laying down. So let me show you that one. You're going to lay down straight, and you're going to do a straight leg raise like that. You're going to bend your ankle up, and you're going to raise that leg in and out. Try to keep this other leg down straight. Mine wants to pop up because I'm not very flexible. You're going to do the same thing. This one's a little harder, so you might want to do 10 reps or so on one leg and then switch to the other side. You want the same thing. Actively lift that leg until you feel that hamstring tension. I'm going to do the other leg. Same thing. Ideally, you're shooting for 20 reps, but if your leg's getting tired, do 10. Go back and forth and switch. Now, the more often you do this through the day, once a day is fantastic. Twice a day is even better. It's just a good routine. It's going to help you if your goal is to bend forward. So I'm a terrible counter. Let's say that's 10 each leg. So now I'm going to stand up and I'm going to retest my forward bending. And when I bend down like that, I can get my fingers to the floor. I still feel that tension, but it allows me to go quite a bit farther. So I'm not acting there. That's just really where I feel my tension. Those two movements and two exercises are fantastic ways to improve your ability to touch your toes. It's not easy. I'm even a little out of breath right now, but the goal is to improve the mobility of the nerves to move in the back of your leg to allow you to do that forward bend motion. Try that for yourself. Let me know in the comments if it works for you. Let me know if that's something that you struggle with. I really, really hope it helps you. If your goal is to touch your toes, please try that. Let me know how you do. Thanks.